In this video, we're going to look at a compound interest problem. Identify the givens and the goals in each problem and write your final answers as complete sentences. So let's highlight our givens and goals. Melissa is investing in an account that earns 8% interest compounded quarterly. Okay, and here comes the question. How much will she need to deposit in an account now? So that tells me that we're looking for the principal. In order to have, so this is more given information, $5,000 in the account in 10 years. And then our next question is, what percent of the original amount is the interest? Round your answers to the nearest cent. Okay, so this is our compound interest formula solved for the future amount. And here is our compound interest formula solved for the principal. So notice it's the principal times this expression, so we can just divide both sides by this expression to get this formula. So let's write down what we know. So here we have 8% interest compounded quarterly. So our interest rate is 0.08, and our number of compoundings per year is 4. Now we know we want her to have $5,000 in the account in 10 years. So $5,000 is our future amount, A. And our number of years, T, is 10. We are also going to find the total number of compoundings, N times T, because that's what goes in the exponent, and it's easy to make a calculator error if you try to put that whole thing in there. So N times T is 4 times 10, which is 40. So now let's insert all of this information. So P equals A over 1 plus R over N raised to the NT. And we know A is 5,000. R is 0.08 over 4, the number of compoundings per year, and the total number of compoundings is 40. Okay. Now again, if you have a scientific or graphing calculator, you can punch this in directly. We're going to use this simple calculator. And what we're going to do first is find this denominator. So let's write this. So first we're going to find the denominator. Then we're actually going to reciprocate it. And there's a button that does that. So I will show you what that means. So since it's in the denominator, after we find this, we want 1 over this. So we'll call this reciprocate. And then we're going to multiply the result by 5,000. Okay, so let's do this. So we have in parentheses 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4, which gives us this. And now we want to raise that, so I'm going to use the x to the y button to the 40th power. And this is what we get. Okay, so now here's the reciprocating part. This little button 1 over x, okay, that will basically divide and give us 1 over this whole thing. Now we certainly don't want to write this down, so this button is very handy. So I'm going to click this button, and then I'm going to multiply by 5,000. Okay, so our principal is $2,264.45. Now next we're asked what percent of the original amount is the interest. Well, first we need to find the interest. So let's do this in a different color. We know the interest equals the principal, the amount minus the principal. So that will be $5,000. That's our future amount, minus 2264.45. So our interest is $2,735. and 55 cents. Now to find the percent of the original, we are going to find the interest divided by the principal times 100%. So that will be $2,735.55. Okay. And I'm noticing here, notice the interest is actually more than the principal. So our answer is going to be, our interest is more than 100% of the principal. And that's fine. We can, actually, that's good if you're investing to have a return greater than 100%. Okay, so there's the interest is still in the calculator. I'm going to divide by 2264.45 times 100. So now I'll round this result to 2 decimal places, and I have 100. It'll actually be the same as 1 decimal, 120.8%. Okay. Now let's write our results as sentences. Okay, refer back to the original question. How much will she need to deposit now? That's what our first value was. She needs to deposit $2,264.45. Okay. Now our second answer asked us what percent of the original amount is the interest, and we will write the interest is 120.8% of the original amount, which refers to the principal. We call the principal the original amount and the amount the future amount.